All right, well, I figured I ought to do a quick video showing kind of what is. Today I'm starting to take the back of the truck apart to do the rear suspension. So the setup I have right now currently, I don't know if I've ever shown this or not, but just a regular fuel cell eBay pump. First one lasted, I don't know, 4 years. This one lasted, I don't know, a year. So doesn't keep pressure, so it'll run. It ran good enough to do the burnout, surprisingly, but once it gets hot, it's just done for the day. So down in there, we've got the Ford 9-inch, and that's a strange nodular center section, just kind of a stock replacement piece. And then this is my custom weight mount that I have for my plate weights, you know, just to add some ballast. And surprisingly enough, I actually had to have it for stopping because it was very difficult to find the proper balance. So I put the weight in there, and that helped rear brakes with the grip and stopping. So also down here, the brake caliper is still tied up from doing the burnout, but maybe you can see this. So that's the torque arm setup that I had, and this thing has been just a regular leaf spring truck and has done amazing, really, for what it is. One thing I did do with it is my own custom and super simple shock tower, you know, so just brace side to side, some 3/16 plate. The fuel tank will be different. I've got a surge tank setup that I'm gonna do. The fuel cell and everything will move up. We'll do the surge tank up in the front. I'm not sure the battery layout just yet, but yeah, so that's what I've got going, and time to get to work. Enough talking. One thing before you start taking taillight harnesses out, take the bulbs out if you plan on reusing them. Otherwise, I guess don't worry about it. Tech tip. So the bed's ready to come off. I'm the only one here. My help left, and so now I got to figure out how to do it. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to build, you know, I've got my engine hoist, and why not build a cherry picker thing? So I'm going to cut that to length so it fits underneath the inside of the bed rail. Cut this one to length so it fits underneath the inside of the bed rail, and then use my engine hoist to lift it off. So let's do it. Slide the engine hoist under there. Zip the tires off real quick, just so I have some more room to kind of swing things around, and then set this bed on my trailer. So these beds are only a few hundred pounds, so not very heavy really for what they are. So that wood will hold up just fine. All right, well, it's been a few minutes since the truck was like this. Kind of get a better visual of what was under here. Pretty stock, whatever that means. I did build this cross member in here for the dog bone joint, whatever you want to call it, and that's some redneckery right there. I had to build this little guy to stabilize that in there, otherwise that would have just wobbled back and forth all over the place. So, and this thing is, I've got some joints, see that kind of slop right there. This nut had wiggled loose. So yeah, it's kind of crusty under here, and it's time for the revamp, I guess. I mean, that's what's happening. So we'll see how fast I can get this thing apart. Shouldn't take too long. If I have all my right sockets and stuff out, I bet I can have this thing apart in 10 minutes or less. Let's start a timer. All right, I might have to revisit 10 minutes. If I'm looking at all of this stuff here, I mean, I can have the axle out in 10 minutes, but it's more than just taking the axle out. The whole fuel system back here has to come out, or is going to come out. Probably leave the exhaust for now, but everything else has to come out. So yeah, I think it's going to take me longer than 10 minutes, but we'll see how long it actually does take. I'm hoping 30 minutes. That for a bolt size, 29 millimeter. It's a big girl. Not that size matters, but sometimes it does.
We're making so much noise.
How are you doing?
Check this out. We're only a couple weeks away, man.
I know. All right, got sidetracked. Had a neighbor stop by, so it shows 32 minutes on the camera, but I'm close, even still. You know, that's the trouble with cleaning your garage. Get rid of everything. I had a plug for that. I don't know where it went. I had a cap. I don't know where it went. and smile. You're on TV. All right. Actually, push it forward just a little. Can you push? Okay. Go back. Pull. Pull hard. Pull hard. Pull hard. Pull hard. Come on. There we go.
Now pull.
Now pull hard. Keep pulling. Give it all you've got. Is that all you've got?
No.
Give it all you've got. Oh, hang on. It's stuck. All right, give her. Give her. I'll call that. Good. 1, 2, 3. Nice. It's amazing how little there is to a car when you actually just start taking things apart and unbolting things. Good enough for an eyeball, and you get the gist. It's gonna look amazing. All right, almost looks right at home there, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and call that a day. Thanks for hanging out. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. A lot of people haven't, but that's the freest thing that you're gonna do today, so you might as well, just because it's free. Yeah, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging. Not so many shenanigans, but maybe next time we can get into some trouble. Talk to you later.